Okay, so I've got my two worksheets that I'm going to record a macro to move data from one to the other. So this is my form where I'm going to enter just one single record of data, and this worksheet here contains each record in one row. So I'm going to record a macro to move the data between here onto this sheet. So in this version of Excel, I'm on the developer tab because that's where record macro is. So I'm going to record a macro to do that, and really the success of recording this is making use of relative and absolute references. So relative references means, obviously, you know what relative references means. I'm not going to explain that here. So let's just click on record macro and give this a name. So save to sheet, or whatever your name is going to be, some meaningful name. And so our macro starts recording because we've now got the stop recording button. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my record sheet. So I'm not using relative references, which is as it should be. So I'm going to click in the top of my table, use Control A to highlight the whole table, and then the Control and down arrow to move to the last row of my table. So now I'm going to use a relative reference because I need to move down compared to where I am in the table, and then I need to turn off relative references, go back to form, because I now need to just copy whatever's in this cell. So Control C that, go here, Control V, use relative references again and use the arrow key to move along, go back to my form, turn off relative references, this time copy this one, records, paste it, use relative references to move along, one, go back to form, I need absolute references now, and so highlight that, again Control C, Control V, and so once I've done that I can now click on, I can go back to form and press escape and click stop recording, and so let's see whether let's have a quick look at the macro code. So if I just go to edit, what you should see actually is the fact that you're selecting various ranges of cells and then going down to the bottom of it, etc. And sometimes you're selecting the actual cells. Anyway, let's just close this and make sure the macro works. So let's see whether I can insert a button. There's a button, and there's my macro. Click on that, obviously give it a name. So I should have that table recording loads, so there we go. So that works, as you can see. So the secret really is understanding use of relative and absolute references.